cold out there today. It's snowing though, which is so nice that it's actually snowing before Christmas. Normally here in England, we tend to get snow after Christmas, sort of like January time, or maybe in like February even. And so it's nice to have it before Christmas. As you can see, your Christmas-fied. That's a word. If it isn't, it should be. I suppose I should kind of start with where I've been for the last couple of weeks. Has it been 2 weeks? 3 weeks? Not really sure. Again, got washing hanging over there. As always, constant washing, constant drying. So, past kind of few weeks have been pretty rubbish, to be honest. I've been dealing with some health issues, which I'm still dealing with. They're still currently unresolved, but hopefully we'll have some answers soon. Meryl, please don't scratch the carpet. Thank you. Oh, she listened. Thank you, Meryl. I feel this is a moment between us. So, been dealing with some health issues, which has been pretty rubbish. But it's just meant that my brain capacity has been taken up by these problems, and also the kids were ill last week, so that was great. I had a phone call Monday morning to pick my daughter up from school. She wasn't feeling too good. Had to get PCR for her. She's fine, no COVID, but literally on the way home, walking her home from school after I picked her up, got a phone call from my son's teacher, and he'd fallen asleep over his lunch. And they were not too sure if he was coming down with something. He was, and he was also out for the week off school, while I was kind of dealing with my own back and forwards to the doctors and hospital things, and yeah, so it's been a few weeks of just not being in a good headspace or physical space. So apologies, not that I'm under the illusion that anybody's waiting for these videos, but yeah, it is what it is. It snowed yesterday, as you saw in my clips before of our walk to school this morning. We left early because I knew it would take a long time to get them to school amid snowball throwing and slipping over, which happened several times. It was like sheet ice along that path today. It was dodgy. So yes, we left early, and yeah, it's nice today. Do you know what? I'm not even sure what the date is today. What's the date today? It's Monday, I know that much. I think it might be the 29th of November, I think. I know that Wednesday's the 1st of December, so work your way back. That's today. I haven't read my book that I was planning on reading on editing because, as I said, just not been in the headspace to work on anything really. It's been one of those periods where you just have to kind of step back and take a breather while you're dealing with life issues. This week, tomorrow I have another doctor appointment, and that's going to be in the morning. Today I really want to sort out my hot chocolate stand. I normally do it every year, just like a little hot chocolate corner in the kitchen, just on that table there, past washing alley, where we just put like a little hot chocolate stand up, and I'd like to do that today. so I might show you that later. And maybe I'll start reading that book this week. It depends how I'm feeling. I just wanted to come on really and tell you that I'm sorry I've been rubbish, and that I know I've been rubbish, and hoping to get back on track soon. And we'll see where this week takes us. You know, maybe I will get back on track with this reading, and maybe I'll just spur of the moment start editing. I don't know. Who knows? But we're going to find out. I hope you guys are all well and enjoying the beginning of the Christmas festive season, and getting all the hot chocolate in and all the Christmas festivities. And yeah, let's hope this is not going to be a lockdown Christmas, because that has sort of been on the cards the last couple of days with this new variant that's surfaced. There's always going to be variants, you know, but let's hope, fingers crossed, it's not going to be a lockdown Christmas, because I can't deal with another lockdown Christmas. So yeah, I hope you're all well, I hope you're all happy, and I hope your NaNoWriMos went really well, because I obviously wasn't part of that this year. I had finished my second draft, and I was taking November to step back a little bit, and it just didn't go to plan the last few weeks, and I really hope to get back on the ball soon. Who knows what this week will bring, or what this vlog will bring. Your guess is as good as mine at this point. So this is the before of the area that I'm gonna attempt to turn into a Christmassy hot chocolate area, stand, corner. I've just dumped all the Christmassy bits here, and we're going to work on it and get it looking nice.
Oh my gosh! Oh my word!
Oh my gosh!
Whoa!
Yes. I'm very happy to be back finally.
Whoa!
Whoa! It's jumping on him! Me and Candy hasn't she grown? Well, we'll be watching and hanging out until Christmas, so be your best selves. We love you all, crackers and candy. We heard a knock on the door. Yeah, yes. And Albie, what is this? It's from the elf's secret mission. Yeah. So you know that letter we said that they gave us in the morning. It said our top secret mission, the top secret mission, and I said I was so curious, and this is it.
My goodness.
We heard something at the door like this, and Mummy thought it was like a delivery, and then we looked outside and there was nothing. Then she looked on the doorstep, no, that bit, and then there was the elves, and they were like, kisses. And Mama just said, Daddy, they just bought something for dinner.
So it's been a little while since I picked up the camera to actually talk. I picked up the kids' cold that they had last week or the week before now and have not been feeling good. Not COVID, been testing, it's definitely not COVID, just a really horrid cough. So apologies for my husky voice today, but I don't know, I felt like I actually need to start this book. It's about time. That's what the plan is today. I'm going to be taking notes on my sticky pad and just sticking them on the pages that I want to write notes about and highlighting as I go as well. I'm going to be starting the third draft after Christmas, so January when the kids go back to school. New year, fresh start. Hopefully I will be feeling better by then. Oh my goodness, if I'm not, then hopefully I will have a voice by then. And yeah, let's get started. So I've just finished reading through the first couple of sections. So like the introduction and the preface, and then the section on approaching the edit. And I found some really cool things which I think is going to be really useful already. I was going to share a few of them with you. Let's have a look. Combing through the map you created in your first draft and finding the gold, it's where the magic really happens. I've got a lot of combing to do, so I'm glad to hear that it's normal. So in approaching the edit section, we've got a list of big picture questions. So you do your first, I think she calls it the cold read through, I think. So you're doing like the first kind of just a read through, and there's some big questions to ask yourself about the big picture, not the microscopic details, which obviously you go into in the micro edits. So you've got a list of questions, bullet points of different questions to ask yourself while you're kind of reading through. So she says after you've done the first read through, you're moving on to evaluating your manuscript. So I really like how she's written here, don't think, feel the story. I think that's really good advice, because you've got to go into it not with your writing brain. You've got to go into it with a reading, like you're the reader. You've got to go into it with that mindset. And she said things like, simply let the story you just read percolate in your head. Make very brief notes on any areas that struck you as not working as well as you intended. And right now you're the building inspector, not the handyman. So don't go into it with the tools to fix it. You're just looking at it and getting the feel and making the notes on what needs to be fixed. She goes on to say that how this is really looking at the main tent poles of the story. So things like story, character and plot. So this is all in the macro edits. In this stage of revision, you're filling in those blanks in the foundational story elements that might not have made it from your head to the page. I've reached part 1, which is the macro edits, and it's going to be talking about character, stakes, and plot. I think what I'm going to do is, it's a very short part. It's from page 25 to page 92, so it's really not very long at all. I think what I'm going to do is read this section before I start my first read through of my manuscript, which is crazy and exciting, because I think if I go into part 2 into the micro edits without doing the macro edits, like the bigger picture things first, I'm going to end up with a huge cloud of anxiety and brain fog, because there's so much to like the micro edits. And you've got things like suspense and tension, point of view, showing and telling, structure, momentum and pace, voice. There's so much to read through here and to take in. I think if I do that now, I'm going to be scaring myself, and I'm not going to be able to get through this first section as well as I would if I read it and have a fresh mind of what I need to concentrate on in the first rounds. So that's what I'm going to do. So we are on Friday, the 10th of December already. Next week is the last week of term for the kids before they break up for the holidays, and I am not prepared. Next week I have a lot of last minute shopping to do and wrapping, preparing before they are home and watching my every move. Never helpful around Christmas time. So I finished the section that I was reading, and I have to say that so far I'm really impressed, and I'm really hoping that it's going to be as useful going into the edits as it seems to be, because reading it makes sense. So I'm hoping putting it into practice is going to make just as much sense. I'm also feeling a lot better. My cough isn't quite so bad, and just in general feeling a little bit brighter. So in terms of getting into the draft and read through and the edit, I think it's probably going to be something I'm going to start in the new year, just because I feel like next week's, as I said, it's going to be last minute things. It's going to be quite busy getting ready before the kids are home all the time. So I think in terms of actually getting into the draft, it's going to wait until the new year, which is going to be exciting to get into it with a fresh year. I'm quite pleased about that, because there's something about a new year. It just feels nice to be able to just have a fresh start. So new year, draft 3, and I guess maybe I'll talk about my resolutions for the new year. I would love to get draft 3 completed next year and to the stage where I can get it out to beta readers, because I've never done that before and it scares me a lot, but it's kind of a given. You have to. We don't have to, but I think it's a good idea to get it out to beta readers and see what people think. It just terrifies me. That's what I would love to achieve next year, and who knows, maybe more, but that's what I would really love to do. If you make New Year's resolutions, put them below, because I'd love to hear what you guys are hoping for and aiming for next year, because we all need something to aim for and to aspire to and achieve. I'm trying to think of what else to say. I don't think there's much else to say, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be the last video I make in 2021. So that's crazy. Not that I've made many in 2021, but it's just crazy how quick this year has gone. So I hope you all have a lovely Christmas and a brilliant new year. And we are going to jump right into it in January, and it's going to happen. Watch it not happen now. No, it's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. It has to happen. Happy Christmas and a happy new year. And I will see you very soon.